involved in a serious hit-and-run on I-81 in Greene County. Investigators say a woman was changing a tire on the shoulder last Wednesday morning when the truck struck her vehicle, leaving her badly injured. A witness told troopers the driver briefly pulled over but then continued south. The truck was hauling a white box trailer and may have right side damage. Anyone with information is urged to call the Tennessee Highway Patrol. More news in 30 seconds.
The Arthritis Foundation's Jingle Bell Run raises money for life-changing research and resources. Whether you walk, run, or just cheer others on, you'll be supporting the nearly 60 million people in the U.S. with arthritis at the best holiday fun run ever. Put on your favorite holiday costume and come on out to make new friends. Registered participants get a special t-shirt and medal. Sign up today at jbr.org and get jingling. That's jbr.org.
Brentwood police are investigating a string of recent burglaries that they believe are linked to a South American theft group. The suspects are reportedly driving a dark-colored BMW X3 and targeting homes on Friday and Saturday evenings, usually between 5 and 9 p.m. Police say the group breaks in through back doors or windows when residents aren't home. Officers are urging residents to stay alert, secure their homes, and report any suspicious activity to Brentwood police. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
This is CBS Rerun. November 12th, 1973. Mott the Hoople opened a tour of the United Kingdom. Their opening act was Queen. This date in 1981.
He's a Nazi, Price is.
Stalag 17 star William Holden.
For all I know, his name is Pricing or a Price Hopper.
Died in California after he slipped on a rug and hit his head on a table. November 12th, 1982.
This is going to be extremely painful.
The release of the horror anthology, Creepshow. I'm Brendan Brooks, and that's Rewind.
Since 2013, the annual Progressive Keys to Progress event has provided deserving veterans with vehicles, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more about this program at keystoprogress.com.
A look at the news, views, politics, sports, and people that are shaping Rutherford County. Listen each weekday morning at 9 o'clock for the Roundtable here on News Radio WGNS. We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in to a Rutherford Issues Wednesday edition, November the 12th. Glad to have you with us here today. We're closer and closer to Thanksgiving, you know. Just around the corner. Ready to go for another Thanksgiving. I don't know about you. So, got a lot to do here on the show today. We're going to talk with the Better Business Bureau here in just a couple of minutes. So, hope you'll stay with us for that here this morning as we come to you from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios. We're powered by MTE, and MTE is actually powering the holiday season. Starts in downtown Murfreesboro with the annual tree lighting. That's on Friday, December 5th, 6 p.m. December 5th at 6. Caroling, Santa, the sparkling tree, you name it. We were yesterday at the courthouse for the Veterans Day tribute and ceremony and saw where the old Christmas tree was, and they still have some construction, piping around where they've put some concrete for the new tree, which is going to be put up and taken down every year. But that's going to be exciting. So we'll light that new tree on December 5th, thanks to MTE. So that's one of the events that you will certainly want to remember. And also, of course, the Murfreesboro Christmas Parade. For the first time, we are going to broadcast on Big GTV the Murfreesboro Christmas Parade. It's presented by Middle Tennessee Electric, along with Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, Farm Bureau Insurance Adam Tipton, and Woodfin Funeral Chapels. So we'll have that for you on the 14th, December 14th at 2 o'clock. So it's definitely an event you'll want to be a part of. And the great thing about the live coverage, it then becomes archived coverage that you can go back and watch. We're going to replay that on Big GTV during the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So some pretty cool stuff we've got planned for you there. And, of course, Christmas music on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, brought to you by these same great folks on radio. So holiday season is upon us, and it is a busy one so far. And speaking of archives, you'll want to go back and check the archives. Listen back to the shows that you might have missed, like this morning. If you weren't listening during the 8 to 9 time frame, when we had Action Line on, Bart got the chance to talk to Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland. There was lots of breaking news within that. So go back and check the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it be Spotify, iTunes, for the Apple Podcast, YouTube, all of those places with the audio, right? And at wgnsradio.com under podcast, and then find your favorite show. Whatever we're doing local, you'll find right there. So that's definitely a podcast you'll want to go back and listen to for sure. Let's say our good morning greetings, shall we? Alexa Middleton is our good neighbor of the day today. SRM Concrete good neighbor, Alexa Middleton, for always having a bright smile and a kind word. Alexa Middleton will receive flowers from Jenny Harrison and our friends at Ryan Flowers, Coffee and Gifts. Ryan Flowers is on South Academy. And, of course, your good neighbors here at WGNS. So, Alexa, congratulations. Enjoy the flowers. Flowers for a beautiful person, beautiful flowers. You know, it all works around, you know. So, hope you have a wonderful day. Alexa Middleton, our SRM Concrete good neighbor of the day. Thanks to Jenny Harrison out at Ryan Flowers on South Academy for their many years of helping us bring you the good neighbor of the day. They're good neighbors here to the Good Neighbor Network. Today's SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day brought to you by SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known, and standing with the people who make Rutherford County stronger each and every single day. You can send in a good neighbor to us here at WGNS by texting the word neighbor to 615-893-1450, 615-893-1450, or wgnsradio.com/goodneighbor. Now, that same phone number, we do this each week, or each weekday morning. Take birthdays and anniversaries for those who might be celebrating on any given day. On Fridays, we'll pull in the Saturday birthdays, Monday, Sunday birthdays. That way we get each day covered for you. And today on the Birthday Club, we announce lots of names, but one that happens to be the winner of the banana pudding from Slick Pig is Yvonne Johns. Yvonne, hope you have a wonderful day, and happy birthday to you. Enjoy the banana pudding from our friends at Slick Pig Barbecue. The Robinsons have been doing it upright for 30 years at their East Main Street location, so stop on by 1920 East Main Street and visit with our friends at Slick Pig Barbecue.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Well, let's send you outside. We've got 51 degrees, a lot different than yesterday. Boy, was that a cold Veterans Day event. The wind was just rough. Up at the Murfreesboro Airport, 55, 54 at the Smyrna Airport. So I'd say here downtown we're closer to that 54, 55 degree situation right now. But let's get your forecast details. Some pretty clear sailing is in tap, but some storms by the first of the week, it looks like.
Well, Brian, it looks like we'll see sunny skies here for this afternoon with a high in the mid-60s. Winds out of the southwest around 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20. And then for tonight, mostly clear with a low near 36. By Thursday, sunshine, high of 65 degrees. Friday, plenty of blue skies and sun and a high around 72. Saturday, we'll see some sunshine, high of 75. And Sunday, a slight chance for rain here late, blend of clouds and sun, high around 73. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. And we're going to take a look at your Rutherford weather radar. We've got this in our Futurecast mode. And our next chances of rainfall are Saturday night, Sunday. These are very low chances right now. So let's kind of take you to Saturday, the 15th. Not showing much out there, but see if we can advance it forward here through the time frame. Saturday looking decent, maybe a shower or two in the afternoon hours on Saturday. Sunday, kind of the same deal. But we can see it from the southwest early in the morning on Monday, the 17th. Showers and storms coming into the area and a bit of a better chance, about 30%. May have to up those chances according to our Futurecast here. But looking pretty rainy through the day on Monday into Tuesday and kind of clearing on out as we get into the Tuesday evening, Wednesday time frame. Until more showers and storms Wednesday night, it looks like. So it's kind of an on and off rainy pattern that we have setting up here. And we can actually go out through Thanksgiving. And it looks like right now Thanksgiving could be rainy and stormy as well, but that is way out, okay? So really too far in advance to give you anything concrete, but it just shows the pattern. We have a pretty active pattern setting up here, so probably more rain days than non-rain days, but temperatures going to stay in the 60s, maybe even 70s by the time we get to Saturday, sunny and 75, so that's looking really good. That is a look at your Rutherford weather forecast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications on the Rutherford Weather Channel. RutherfordWX.com is where you can go to find links to our social platforms, YouTube, Facebook, X. Those are where we're most active. But when you like and subscribe, you're going to get notifications when we're live, tracking storms, giving you impactful weather information. We're coming up on winter, so we could have some winter weather to be looking at. Got live cameras, all of that for you. So check us out. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and then tell your friends and family about Rutherford weather from WGNS and RutherfordWX.com.
SRM Concrete is the largest ready-mix producer in the country, yet is still family-owned and operated. Locally grown, nationally known, SRM delivers unmatched quality and service. You called, we haul. We're SRM Concrete.
FM 1019, FM 100.5, WGNSradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
U.S. equity markets are trading higher today, with investors likely seeing a potential end to the government shutdown. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives expected to vote soon as today, as a matter of fact, on a spending bill that, if passed, would exceed federal funding and make that go through at least January. So we'll see what happens there. The Dow has rallied over 400 points to a fresh record, led by banks. Right now sitting at plus 345, 48,273. S&P down 8 at 6837. NASDAQ off 134, 23,313.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
Rutherford Issues is powered by our friends at Middle Tennessee Electric. You know, MTE.
Subscribe to Big G.
Middle Tennessee Electric brings you your Big G TV coverage, improving community health for more than 7 decades. MMC provides accessible, cost-effective care from excellent physicians in advanced medical facilities. That's Murfreesboro Medical Clinic. Here's your World News Check. 19 minutes now after 10.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. House Democrats have released emails from the Jeffrey Epstein estate that raise questions for President Trump. CBS's Nicole Killian.
He basically in 2011 writes that Donald Trump, quote, spent hours at my house with an alleged victim of sex trafficking. It also, the email refers to Trump as, quote, a dog that hasn't barked. There was a separate email exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and an author by the name of Michael Wolff. That took place in 2019, where Epstein shares that Donald Trump, quote, knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine, referencing Ghislaine Maxwell, to stop it.
The White House this morning accused Democrats of a fake narrative over the Epstein emails. CBS's Nancy Cordes reports the swearing in of a new Democratic House member could have an impact on the Epstein matter.
Adelita Grijalva, who was elected weeks ago in a special election in Arizona, is finally being sworn in later today, and she will be that crucial 218th signature to force a vote that would then force the Justice Department to release the Epstein files.
The House is due to vote today on the Senate-passed bill to end the government shutdown. Venezuela is mobilizing its military now that an American aircraft carrier is near Latin America. CBS News military consultant Jeff McCausland.
With the amount of military hardware that we have presented in the region, the amount of force, this is a force designed either to intimidate the regime to leave or to take the regime down. Obviously, if you were just going after a few small boats, you would not need a force of this particular size.
CBS's Michael Wallace tells us the UN's nuclear watchdog says it can't verify Iran's uranium stockpile.
In a confidential report obtained by the Associated Press, the International Atomic Energy Agency says the status of that nuclear material needs immediate attention. It hasn't gotten a good look since the U.S. and Israel bombed Iran's nuclear sites in June. The agency's last report in September said Iran had a stockpile of uranium enriched up to 60% purity, close to weapons grade, which would be 90%. If weaponized, that would be enough uranium for Iran to make 10 nuclear bombs.
Amazon is stepping up its efforts to combat illegal streaming, as we hear from CBS's Jim Crisula.
Amazon's aim is to block apps loaded onto all of its Fire TV Stick devices that are identified as providing pirated content. The company introduced a new Fire TV Stick last month that has enhanced security measures, with apps only available in Amazon's App Store to be used for customers to download.
And checking Wall Street, the Dow is up 377 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
Game day is coming, and are you ready to represent the Blue Raiders? At Raider Tees, we've got the largest selection of officially licensed Middle Tennessee gear in town. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, even tailgating essentials. You name it, we've got it. No more searching through random stores. Everything you need is right here at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Get game day ready at Raider Tees. Bigger, better, and go blue.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit RecycleRightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you.
Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Recycling isn't just about tossing materials in a bin, it's about knowing which materials are accepted. Go to RecycleRightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, and here are some of the top stories impacting Rutherford County on your Rutherford Roundup for Wednesday, November the 12th, 2025. In Murfreesboro, a potentially dangerous situation was swiftly resolved Tuesday morning when a child was found wandering alone near Manson Crossing Drive and Cedar Glades Drive. Discovered by a resident around 8:15 a.m., the toddler was wearing only a diaper and a sweater in the frigid 27-degree weather. Rutherford County EMS responded quickly, evaluating the child on the scene. Murfreesboro police canvassed nearby Panther Creek apartments and, with assistance from maintenance staff, located the child's home. The mother explained that her older children may have accidentally left the door open while leaving for school. Authorities deemed the incident accidental, but referred the case to the Tennessee Department of Child Services for further review. Later that same morning, community members gathered on Murfreesboro's historic square for the 30th Annual Veterans Day Memorial Service at the Rutherford County Courthouse. The event featured Desert Storm veteran David Weil as the guest speaker. A local business owner and seminary graduate, Weil's message underscored service and sacrifice. Also joining the ceremony was 2025 Miss Tennessee, Zoe Scheiderick, a student at Middle Tennessee State University. Coordinated by Barb Smith Pitto, the event continued a tradition first ignited by Elise Stem in 1996. With temperatures in the low 40s and partly sunny skies, the community came together to honor its veterans. A Murfreesboro tradition rooted in resilience, remembrance, and unity. A formal ethics complaint has been filed against Rutherford County Mayor Joe Carr. Filed by District 20 resident Jason Bennett, the complaint outlined several allegations, including claims that Mayor Carr tried to improperly influence Commissioner Robert P. before a 2024 ethics hearing involving property assessor Rob Mitchell. It also accuses Carr of using county employees and courthouse facilities to sell his private honey products, a charge supported by local social media evidence. Bennett further alleges a coordinated smear campaign against Mitchell, implicating the county's lobbyist and public information officer. Additionally, the complaint questions the handling of a greenhouse on Carr's property, suggesting building codes may have been ignored. An amendment to the complaint claims retaliation occurred shortly after the initial filing, when a county department director allegedly contacted Bennett's employer to inquire about his job status, a move Bennett believes was directed by Mayor Carr. Meanwhile, statewide concerns over drug trafficking have taken a sharp turn. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation reports that cartels are increasingly using the mail system to bypass tightened border controls. TBI Director David Rausch explained that the postal shift has become a, quote, no-risk method for traffickers. The Bureau is requesting more than $3 million in next year's budget to add 13 staff members focused on intercepting drugs at Tennessee shipping hubs. Officials warn that without these resources, communities like those in Rutherford County could continue to be flooded with dangerous substances. Murfreesboro is gearing up for one of its most beloved holiday traditions as the 2025 Murfreesboro Christmas Parade rolls into town on Sunday, December 14th at 2 p.m. This year's theme, A Sweet Christmas, promises candy-colored floats, festive costumes, and plenty of cheer for the whole family. Organized by Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation, the annual event will once again light up the city streets with creativity and community spirit. Parade registration opened up on October the 1st, giving local schools, businesses, and organizations time to design entries that will bring the theme to life. More information can be found at murfreesboroparks.com. And for those unable to attend in person, Big G TV will provide live coverage with additional details available at wgnsradio.com/parade. Meanwhile, a Murfreesboro resident is making waves far beyond Rutherford County. Francicia Jernigan, known as Kay, retired Assistant Chief of Murfreesboro's Fire and Rescue and current Emergency Operations Manager at MTSU, has been named the Tennessee Titan Fan of the Year. Her unwavering support for the team stretches back to its earliest days, and her connection to Titans football is deeply personal. Kay shared countless game day memories with her late father, Joe Frank Jernigan, a longtime District 6 County Commissioner. Now she carries that legacy forward, ensuring her seats are always filled with family and friends. She's now in the running for the National NFL Fan of the Year award, to be announced during the Super Bowl 2025. Supporters can vote at nfl.com/honors/fan-of-the-year. That's all for now. For updates on these and many more local news stories, be sure to check out our website, wgnsradio.com, or follow us on social media at News Radio WGNS on Facebook and on X. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to leave a rating or a review on Spotify and iTunes, a comment on YouTube, or share it with a friend. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, part of your Good Neighbor Network, and I'll talk to you later.
There is no safer place in the storm. Talk Radio WGNS Murfreesboro, FM 100.5, 101.9, AM 1450, TV 11.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit recyclerightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you. That's recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, it's all on you. Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
Well, coming up on WGNS this afternoon, 5:30, or make that 6:30. Sorry, 6:30 tonight, right after All Sports Talk with today's host, Dylan Simmons. We have got Middle Tennessee men's basketball on the road at Evansville. Third game of the season. Blue Raiders looking to go 3-0. We'll have the broadcast again, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock for the tip. Tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, Primetime Sports, presented by Ideas Tees. Clark Blair and Cast of Thousands will be on with us here, so be sure to tune in. Danny Brewer will be alongside Rod Edwards, and we'll be talking local sports here from WGNS. Then Friday night, we've got State Farm prep football coverage. It's Oakland hosting Bradley Central. We've got other teams going as far as Kingsport to the east to Memphis to the west. So we'll be keeping you updated on all of those games as well on Friday night. Saturday morning, Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner hits the air at 9 a.m. with MTCS Cougar Corner to follow. We've got just our football coaches, so 5 coaches Saturday morning. A little more time to talk to them on Saturday. Then Saturday afternoon at 1:30, the Lady Raiders at Rice will have our pregame at 1:30. And then after that, we'll join Middle Tennessee football at Western Kentucky in progress. That is what we have coming up in local sports for you from WGNS. Here's our Access Tennessee update.
Access Tennessee Sports. I'm Josh Copley. The Memphis Grizzlies would fall to the New York Knicks last night, 120-133. The Grizzlies' lead scorer on the game would be Santi Aldama, who finished with 19 points. This is the second loss in a row for Memphis, and they have another road test tonight inside TD Garden against the Boston Celtics. Tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. Central. Tennessee Titans cornerback L'Jarius Sneed has found himself in some legal trouble. There has been a file to indict Sneed by a Texas grand jury due to an incident that occurred in December of last year. The charge is that he failed to report a felony of violence in Dallas County. In the middle of their 6-game losing streak, Middle Tennessee State football has decided to make some changes. The wide receivers coach Cornelius Williams has been fired according to an announcement that head coach Derek Mason made yesterday. Coley Crowley, the offensive assistant, will be filling in the role as an interim. I'm Josh Copley with Access Tennessee Sports.
Access Tennessee News, I'm Carlin Cochran. A Maryville man accused in a dangerous gas leak earlier this year plans to plead guilty to federal charges. Prosecutors say 32-year-old Christopher Kyle Duke damaged a gas pipeline in May, forcing the evacuation of nearly 500 residents and several businesses. Court records say Duke broke into a gas substation, released valves, and caused thousands of dollars in damage. He faces up to 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. His sentencing will be set at a later date. State Representative John Ray Clemens is urging Middle Tennesseans to support local food banks as thousands lose SNAP benefits during the federal government shutdown. The program, which ended November 1st, helped nearly 700,000 Tennesseans, about 1 in 10 residents. Clemens says the loss has created a food crisis, with pantries seeing a surge in need. He's asking people to donate food, money, or time and will deliver aid Tuesday morning at the branch in Nashville. Clemens says Tennesseans' generosity can help fill the gap. More news in 30 seconds.
The Arthritis Foundation's Jingle Bell Run raises money for life-changing research and resources. Whether you walk, run, or just cheer others on, you'll be supporting the nearly 60 million people in the U.S. with arthritis at the best holiday fun run ever. Put on your favorite holiday costume and come on out to make new friends. Registered participants get a special t-shirt and medal. Sign up today at jbr.org and get jingling. That's jbr.org.
Exciting progress is being made on the new Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Crews are just 2 weeks away from completing the massive steel superstructure, a milestone known as the topping out. Workers have also installed nearly half of the stadium's glass panels, revealing views of downtown and the Cumberland River. The $2.2 billion stadium is set to open in spring 2027. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
Do your sinus infections always seem to come back no matter what you do? The pressure builds, the headaches drag on, the congestion makes it hard to sleep, hard to focus, hard to feel like yourself. Here's what most people don't actually know. Sinus infections keep coming back because your sinuses can't fully drain. That's why the pressure, the headaches, and the congestion keep coming back time and time again. Balloon sinuplasty gently opens your sinuses in a quick, in-office procedure, so the infections can finally clear. At Murfreesboro Sinus Center, they've helped thousands of patients break free from the sinus infection cycle, so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and finally feel like yourself again. Don't wait another season fighting sinus pain. Call Murfreesboro Sinus Center today at 615-649-4590 to see if balloon sinuplasty is right for you. Call 615-649-4590. That's 615-649-4590.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
FM 1019, FM 100.5, wgnsradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Our coverage here on Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, and as we gather around the table this Thanksgiving, MTE wants to thank you, its members, for being the heart of our community. From MTE's family to yours, here's wishing you a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Well, it is time to talk with James Price. James is with the Better Business Bureau, and it is, James, I know that it's November 12th, but it's just hard to wrap my head around
that
Thanksgiving
you
time.
Missed is
you
so
know?
creepy. How will you navigate
absolutely.
through without getting
And
lost?
so now, going into the Thanksgiving, one of the things November is November is Thank a Business Month. And what, you know, our businesses, they mean a lot to us, especially locally. You know, we really want to thank these businesses for being around. You know, sometimes you see a business and they go out of business and you go, what happened to them? You know, they were my favorite, blah, 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 whatever it is, you know? And then it says, well, when was the last time you went to visit them? Well, I don't know. It's been a while, but they didn't need to go out of business. Well, this month is Thank a Business Month. And so there's a lot of different ways that we can go about thanking a business for being in our community, for providing great customer service, and you know, make them know that we appreciate them being in our neighborhood and in our city.
Yeah, and we're talking about, you know, I know we talk a lot about local business, and those are extremely important, but there are also, maybe franchises, but these are local franchise owners. These are local people making it a local business. And so just because it maybe is a national or regional brand, if you do a little more research, you're going to find that a lot of these are being owned and operated by local people too. So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of people who own these local franchises, and not only do they make their living at that local franchise, but they also employ a lot of people to keep our community humming along. So we kind of look for some creative ways to think of business, and BBB came up with 6 ways that we can show our appreciation for these businesses. And so as you go through this month, look at your businesses. Maybe do 1, 2, or maybe all 6 of these. The first one is leave a customer review. Customer experiences matter to businesses. I can't tell you how often I hear businesses say we really want a good review. You can review them on bbb.org. And there's other review sites too out there where you can share your customer experience with the business. This can help the business attract new customers and grow its online presence. The other thing I would say is that, when it comes to leaving a review, if they do a good job, leave them a review for the public. If you have a question about it, go talk to the business owner and let them know kind of what your experience was. And a lot of times businesses will do what they can to make sure they get that right so that you can leave them a good review.
Yeah, and on that, it's nice to leave a review, but you can also, leave a nice comment on your way out. Thank the server. If the manager comes by, because a lot of times I know that they try to have folks come by and say, well, how was your meal tonight? Or how was this? If you're at a restaurant, for instance, just tell them how much you appreciate the service and stuff like that. That goes a long way in boosting morale for them too.
Oh, absolutely. Another thing you can do, when you're thinking about, reviewing the business, when you're sitting there, if you're in a restaurant or any store, count how many employees are in there. I mean, you'd be surprised that, in a restaurant, there might be 50 people working. And so think about all those people and what they're doing to serve and make a living and promote our community.
Yeah, or at the convenience store that I was at the other day, there was one person who was running the stocking, who was also doing the kitchen, and was the cashier and the only person there. So sometimes you never know.
Yeah. Second one is refer your family and friends. If someone is in need of a certain product, whether it's, if they're looking for a restaurant or a roofer or a plumber, an electrician, whatever it is that they're looking for, word of mouth is powerful. Referring and recommending businesses to your family and friends it's easy and an impactful way to encourage others to support a business you love. The other thing too is businesses, they bend over backwards for businesses. A lot of times what we hear is if a business does a really good job, you're likely to maybe tell one person. If they do a bad job, you might tell 10. And so reverse that trend this month. When you see, somebody doing something good, tell 10 people you had a good experience or a great experience out there.
Very good.
Number 3, connect and engage on social media. Follow your favorite businesses on social media. Comment and share their contact. You can tag the business in a post, sharing your experience. Social media engagement can help a business boost its visibility, gain new followers, who may, for them, end up being new customers for them.
That is, nowadays that is huge, and there are ways to do reviews on those social media platforms and things of that nature as well. But if you can help spread the positivity, if you enjoy that business, spread the positivity, and you can do it through their engaging in their social media too,
and take somebody else with you.
Yeah.
Number 4, this one's obvious. Make a purchase. Whether you plan to visit in purpose or shop online, make purchases is a direct way to show your support for the business. With the holiday season approaching, get creative and do some holiday shopping at your favorite local businesses and retailers. This is a great way to not only support the business, but also refer your family and friends. There's a lot of things that we have here in Rutherford County and the surrounding areas where, they have events that come up, like the wine around the square and the farmers market. Businesses try to make an event out of thing to make sure that, they're spreading that word and trying to make these positive experiences. But get out there and make a purchase. Shop local. We really love our local businesses, and the last thing we want to see is a business saying, well, I had to shut the doors because, nobody's coming in anymore, or nobody's making a purchase.
Right.
In order for them to succeed, people have to go to the business.
Sometimes it's convenience too that drives our shopping habits, but drive a little further to get the same product, and when you buy it locally, it just means so much more, and it keeps those businesses here.
Mm-hmm. And those businesses, they'll thank you for being there. Number 5, leave a tip, leave a generous tip. If you want to thank your favorite local coffee shop or restaurant, consider an extra tip for the employees. We're talking about, Thank a Business Month in November, maybe a little bit more. Think about this too, as the holiday seasons are coming up, and these people who work on tips, maybe just a little bit more to help them support the things that they have coming up through the holidays, just to kind of give them a little extra spending money so that they can share it and pay it forward as well.
Yeah, and those, I think sometimes we go into thinking that, a lot of times when there's the tip jar there, that these are folks who are sometimes maybe not working for tips, but we don't know the inside of that. But if you feel led to do that, if you get good service, that helps that business keep employees there and keep them happy and keep the business going.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're there, and to your point, if you're in there, that means you probably like that business.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to make sure that they stay and that the good employees stay. And then number 6 is participate in a special promotion or event. Is your favorite business hosting an event or running a special promotion? Get involved, join the fun. It may encourage others to support the business as well. There's a lot of things that businesses do out there to try to promote things. They have special days, customer appreciation days. Of course, you can kind of see them on places like Facebook and other local places where people can kind of pick them up. I'm sure WGNS can kind of point you in some of those directions of businesses that are having special promotions and events along the way. That's another great resource to find something that's happening in our community.
Most certainly, and we have a lot of those, listed on our website, and of course, the groups. Main Street Murfreesboro comes to mind. They help support the downtown businesses, and of course, they have events that kind of highlight those businesses. Christmas tree lighting is the one that comes up next, I guess, on December the 5th. So that, that's a way to enjoy a great downtown event and enjoy the businesses around the square and in the downtown area. So there are numerous ways to do that, and we're always trying to help tell folks about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are the 6 key points that we want to kind of talk about for Thank a Business Month. I know that the mayors of Smyrna and Murfreesboro and Laverne have all sent proclamations to BBB noting that this is Thank a Business Month for November. So it's something that our communities are doing, it even at our government levels, to make sure that people understand that this is Thank a Business Month, and we just want to support that overall in our communities.
Reviews are such a huge thing, on this, and you mentioned reviews, and I think sometimes our intention when we do a review is, I'm ready to smoke this place because I'm not happy, and we get behind a keyboard before we maybe try to engage a person if there was something that you're unhappy about. Because I bet you, James, 9 times out of 10, they're going to work to help resolve the problem if there is a problem. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And then the other thing too is, when you're out shopping, before you go out shopping, I'll just say this, do your research ahead of time. You're going to find businesses out there who they build trust, they advertise honestly, they tell the truth, they're transparent, they honor their promises, they're responsive, they safeguard your policy, and they embody integrity. And those are the 8 standards by which businesses who apply for accreditation with BBB adhere to. So just one step. I want to thank those businesses overall across the board who have taken the step to become accredited with BBB, because what they're saying publicly is exactly what we're talking about. They want to support their customers. They want to do those things, and they're willing to step out and say that point blank. And I promise you that those businesses that have established that accreditation with BBB, they will make sure that you have a great customer experience. So whether the business is accredited or not, thank a business this month. Send some extra reviews, do 3 or 4 times more what you do on a regular month, and just take care of those businesses out there.
Yeah, and don't forget, go bbb.org and look up those businesses like James mentioned, find out what they've got going on, what's happening there. Look at their reviews, and customer reviews are also a part of the BBB's website as well. James, as always, we thank you for being here with us. Always insightful information, and let's support local businesses this month.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, thank you. James Price joining us here today on the show, and we certainly want to thank you for being a part of it. We'll be back here next time on WGNS. Have a good day, everybody.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
It's the most magical day of the year, and you can watch it all live. Big G TV is where Christmas comes to life, with coverage of the Murfreesboro Parade, Sunday, December 14th at 2 p.m. Brought to you by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, Middle Tennessee Electric, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Woodfin Funeral Chapels. See every float, every smile, and the moment Santa arrives on Big G TV. Streaming at wgnsradio.com/parade.
Subscribe to Big G TV, local content that matters to Rutherford County.